There
What
it is.
is good?
What's good? My God. Everybody, what's up? Shakey Shake. Talk to me, baby.
I don't know. I woke up this morning at 10,000 subs. I was like, brap.
That's what I want you to talk about, baby. 10
I don't know.
motherfucking stacks, baby.
It's crazy shit, dude.
They call him Shake 10 stacks, baby.
I real talk. I thought you was gonna be the 10 stacker before me, but you
Dude,
right
nowhere.
there. You right there. Like
I ain't going nowhere, man. I got nothing but time and opportunity, baby. I ain't worried about that.
so
I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you, baby. 10 stacks.
In 3 months.
That's
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so
That
we here,
is
man.
ridiculous. I might have to
It's
take you
hot.
out for some drinks.
It's hot. It's sunny. What's the weather like over there in Florida? Last week it was cold. Is it warm now?
Nah, we're getting colder and colder.
Do you guys have winter where you're at, or is it just like chilly?
It's cold. I mean, of course, it doesn't snow.
You're from New York.
Either.
What do you mean it's cold? New York
cold.
winter can get cold. It's not like New York.
No. New York is stupid cold. This is cold. You can wear a winter breaker, and you'll be fine.
You soft, man. You're getting soft in your old age.
My brother, my bones hurt. That cold makes my bones hurt. What you expect, man?
So we here, man. Shaky Vibe Podcast.
Number what? 5?
Episode 5. Episode 5. We here.
We killing the game, baby. We killing the game. We coming at these people's heads, man. We ain't fucking around with this shit.
They ain't ready. Y'all ready?
I hope they're ready. Are they able to comment? Because I don't see no comments. Are they even on?
Slowly. They keep coming in and out.
They need to stay in. Because we got a very special guest today. Very special.
We have a very special guest today. You can do the intro, right?
From where you from, right?
From close to where I'm from still. From the CA. NA.
I'm
ready to do the intro?
I'm ready, dude. I've been ready. I've been ready since I got out of work.
I've been ready since I woke up this morning.
Man, fuck that job.
2 hours
anyway. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
Children of all ages. I would like to introduce one of the top dudes. He's been in magazines. He's got music coming out. Man is fire. Straight up, I've done reactions of him. Check it out. This man is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Canada's own, baby. Steph Lyon, what is good, my God?
Brap, brap, brap.
Where we at?
You there?
There he goes. Is he frozen?
Steph, are you there?
He's there. He's chilling.
I can't hear him, though.
Canada's internet sucks.
No, that's the Philippines. You there, Steph? Wagwan.
Oh, the connection over there. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And you said the Philippines was bad.
Oh, horrible. You don't even know, bro. The electricity in the Philippines is just what's horrible.
Steph, you good? Go in and go back out.
Yeah.
Go back out and come back in.
Just running through a little bit of technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. No big deal. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Shaky Vibe podcast.
That is a fact.
Device not connected. So he's here, but his device isn't connected. Remove.
All right, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. Did this on the fly, baby.
And then we have another one. Okay, well, it's all gravy. It's all gravy. We got a couple people tuning in. We're just running through some technical difficult. We got him. We got him. We got him. Let's see if this works. Steph.
You good? Scream if you need help.
Light a match with an SOS. We got you. I got a raft.
I'll be there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Do I got audio or do I not got audio?
Yeah, you got audio. You got audio. You in it now. You're freezing a little bit, but we can hear you now. Can you hear us?
I can see you and I can hear you.
He's going in and out, in and out.
You choppy and laggy.
I mean, we can talk to your face.
No.
I don't even know. I'm not sure if you can hear us. Sort of like man down, man down.
Damn. Man. If I can
So yeah, technical difficulties. It's all good. It's all good.
I can talk shit for an hour if you want.
How many animals you smacked this week?
13, and one of them was I'm gonna tell you something about this fan base that we got. I'm gonna tell you something about them. They could make a shitty fucking day become the best day of your life. So I'm at work, right?
Snap of a finger, yo.
I'm at work, and if anything could go wrong at work, it went wrong. I go check my phone, and I'm looking at Twitter. So I got Nico, I got Silent Storm, I got Mary, I got Pandy Panderson, and I got Rosemary.
You got the gang.
All talking shit and tagging me in it.
That's brap, brap, brap.
Nico started talking, saying something. Then Silent Storm said something that if Nico keeps on, he's going to go and slap the squirrels and chickmuts out of Ray. And then he tags me in this shit. That's so we started just talking shit throughout the whole day.
Yes, you can have a shitty day at work and then instantly, like, the posse just lifts you right up.
It's crazy, bro.
So we got Steph back in the building. We're going to bring him back to the chat. Looks like he's got a lot. He's much more stable connection.
Yeah, I got a PC. I whipped out the motherfucking laptop right here real quick. And now we good.
All right.
All right. Baby.
Okay.
Should I do the intro again?
Steph.
It doesn't feel right. I think I got to do the intro again, brother.
You got to, man. You got to.
All right, fuck it. Ladies and gentlemen, Canada's own. This man is on magazines, baby. He's got music coming. He's all that. He's all that. That man's got a chain bigger than 6'9". That is a fact.
Fact.
Steph motherfucking Lyon. I don't even know if I'm saying your name right.
Lyon. Let's get it. Let's
Arr.
get it.
Let's get
What
it.
is good,
We
my guy?
appreciate
Thank you
you,
so
fam.
much for joining us tonight, man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me the spotlight right now. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope
Oh,
everyone
Gravy. We
watching is
good,
doing
baby.
good.
We good.
I'm doing
We
good.
good. We here. We good.
Me and my man are having a 10,000 race, and I lost. My man just hit 10,000 today.
Then you gotta win the 15. You gotta win the 15 race, right? You gotta win
Nah,
the
he's
15
gonna-
race to get it.
He's gonna get the plaque before me. He's gonna get the YouTube plaque before me. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So, Steph, please, once again, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I've been listening to too much of your music for me to react to it. Because if you know me, I'm not going to react to something I listened to already. I'm just not going to do that. But when I did the reaction to Rock,
Yeah.
that was fire. First of all, that song, dude, I bump it almost every day coming out of work or going to work.
Yes, sir.
It's definitely on my playlist. That song is fire. And then I started going down the rabbit hole. And I was like, yo, I cannot react to this guy. And like, this is like shit I want to keep to myself. And I know it's selfish.
That's what I'm saying. It's straight facts. We both do reactions, and he keeps not so much lately, but previous. He was like, "Yo, you peep this. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this?" And it's like, "Yo, don't tell me to peep it. Tell me that I should react to it." So it's like
right?
both of us can't react to cats that we bump heavy because it won't be a genuine reaction and shit, right?
Yeah, true.
So you're from? Are you born and raised? You're from Ottawa, right? Ottawa, Canada.
Yeah, that's where
Ottawa,
I'm living right now.
Ontario?
Yeah.
All right. Is that where you're from?
Nah, so basically, I was born in Nigeria. Then when I was a little kid, I was like 4. I moved to England, and then from England, when I was like 5 or 6, moved to Ireland, right? So I lived in Dublin, Ireland, and I grew up in Dublin, Ireland.
That's
and
dope.
I actually only moved to Canada a year ago.
So really?
What do you rep? What do you rep?
See, this is real. It's complicated, right? Like, look, this is the thing. For me personally, I love Ireland. Ireland is my home. That's where I was brought up. That's everything. But I'm kind of like, I'm an open person where I rep the world, right? I don't like to tie myself down to nothing. Like, I respect Ireland. Like, look, if push came to shove and you're like, like the whole world's going to war right now, I'm repping with Ireland, right? Because those are my people, right?
Who are you shouting out in your tracks? Are you shouting out like Nigeria, Ireland, and Ottawa?
I'm shouting out nobody. I'm just keeping it because I make music for everybody, right? So when you like, if you're saying you're shouting out this place, people from this place might not like that place, and they're like, I can't listen to this because he's repping this place too heavy. So I just make music for everybody, right? And I just like to be. I'm involved with everyone. I love culture, I love different people, love different places. You feel me? So I just want people to enjoy my music wherever they are and whatever you're down with, right? So that's what I really do.
So by 6 years old, you traveled more than I even walked in my life.
Yeah, I had a lot of international traveling and stuff, and my parents were moving places and wanted to start family properly and stuff, and just wanted to be in a better place, right? So we ended up moving to Ireland. We settled down there. Family happened, grew up, and then I started doing music, right? And for me personally, Ireland is a really small place, right? Like it's like 1/3.
Those that don't know, if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know, but it's just you could travel the whole country. You can drive from the bottom to the top of the country in like 5 hours. That's how small this place is, right? Wow. And it's kind of like everyone knows everyone, and then there wasn't enough people for my vision, right? I've got a huge dream, and my dream just keeps growing bigger and bigger, and I felt a little bit trapped in the small place, right? So I was like, I got to get somewhere big. Got to get somewhere where there's more people for me to reach, somewhere where I could just keep growing my business and have unlimited opportunities, right? Because when you're in a small place, I feel like opportunities are kind of limited, right? And for me, I was in Europe and Ireland, right? Over there, that's not really the place where you become the biggest music star or whatever, right? So I felt like I needed to be closer over to America, to Canada, right? So that's why we chose Ottawa, right? Because we're close to New York, and we're in Canada, right? So I was gonna go to Toronto, but that's
you're a few hours out of Toronto.
Yeah, exactly, right. And Toronto's expensive as hell, so I was not gonna live in Toronto, man. So I was like, nah.
That's where I'm born. I'm born and raised in Toronto.
Toronto, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, but yeah, that's really the story of Steph Lyon's like ethnicity and growing up is really just a lot of moving and a lot of finding myself and finding places where I feel comfortable and I feel like I can grow.
But but seeing all that, like throughout the years, you moving around and seeing different things, that should make like your writing help a lot with that.
Yeah. Because I've like I'm only 22, but I've been through so many things in life. I've got so much knowledge and so many experiences that regular people wouldn't have, right? And it does help me write music and the different cultures, different accents. Like I've got like 6 different accents, right? Because I've been in touch with so many different cultures and things. So
how many languages do you speak?
how many languages?
Yeah.
I speak like 5 because I speak English, I speak Irish, I speak French, I speak Pidgin English, which is kind of like English mixed with some native Nigerian languages, and I understand some other Nigerian languages, but not enough where I can say I speak it, but I understand some of it, right? So I speak a lot.
That's dope. All right, so like if you walk around to certain places in like Eastern Ontario, like closer to the Quebec border, and go into Quebec, you have no problem like communicating.
Look. This is the thing, right? I learned European French, right? So I'm learning European
clean French,
right?
French.
I know European French, right? Then I moved to Canada and they speak in French, and I'm like, this is not what I learned. Like this don't sound the same. Like this don't sound the same.
It's like gully ghetto French.
Yeah, it's like it's different. It's hella different. So like sometimes I understand it, but like speaking back, it's like nah. I'm like I let it just slide. I'm like, yeah, can you speak in English, please? Because I don't really like tu parles l'anglais because I don't understand.
See, it's kind of like with me. Like I speak Spanish and I speak English, of course.
Yeah.
And I can have a full-fledged conversation with a person from Italy because I just understand exactly what they're saying.
That's dope.
And it's not the same. It's not the same language. They'll use words differently than the way we use them, but you can still understand where they're going with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like 200 different dialects in Spanish.
Right.
And I mean, if they all sound alike, and if you understand the language, you can kind of catch it from everybody else's perspective. But that's just with 2. 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And again, that helps my writing because I get just like I don't know. My brain is just filled with so much stuff, and it like just trying to get it out on paper sometimes don't work too well. But like I get stuff on it. I get stuff on paper. But
what's the hip hop scene like in Ottawa?
In Ottawa, right? Boom. Look, I'm gonna just say this right now. Look, I'm a really straightforward person. I like to tell the truth, and I like to be 100% honest. I'm just gonna put that out there, right? Because I speak facts. I don't like to beat around the bush or nothing like. So basically, boom, we moved over here, and instantly we're trying to get into the music scene and things like that. And basically, people kept telling us like, this is not the city for music. This is not the city for rap. I should have gone to Toronto. And we started trying to get involved, trying to get into the scene, trying to meet people who were doing music here. And when we started meeting them and seeing stuff, it's like kind of like we felt like a lot of them were not serious to the level where they're trying to make it. They just know most of them are doing it for clout, doing it to get girls or to get shout outs on Instagram or whatever. And I'm like, this is my business. Like I moved my whole life over here for my business. And we've met a few people who are really serious and who are trying to do it. But because there's so many other people like messing up the volume in the channel, everyone else thinks you're here to like you're not serious as well, right? And
okay.
And basically we just like it's getting, look, this is the thing, right? The mindset of the people here is that the city is not for music. So if everyone's mindset is the city is not for music, the city is not going to be for music. It doesn't matter what city you're in. If everyone is working to make it a city for music, it's going to be a city for music, right? So personally, I feel like a lot of people aren't serious to the point where they're ready to make the city a city for music. They just want someone else to do it, and then they'll just ride on that wave too. They're not ready to step up and do it.
Back in the day, we used to fuck around. What we would do, like I used to manage labels and stuff like that. What we would do is a couple of my buddies used to go to Carleton. One of my buddies played on the Carleton basketball team.
Yeah,
we would just partner up with the frats and the fraternities and the frats and be like, okay, yo, bang, here's a couple bucks. Let's throw some parties, and then bang, you have a following because you have the sororities and fraternities on you.
Yeah.
And Carlton's got a wicked ass scene, man. Carlton's
That's the thing. Like we're
Carlton's
actually trying to get
gravy.
involved in that. To be honest, we're trying to get involved in that, but we're just right now we're just focused on the EP and things like that, and
Oh,
just
for sure.
selling all of that. But we were literally about to start hitting them up and trying to get some things together, right? Because the thing is, we don't mind funding this, right? Because if we're funding this, y'all get a day out, we get to showcase our work, and we get to opportunity to make new fans, make new listeners, and things like that. So we're just getting ready. Once we get connections with people in the industry, like we're right now I'm on a radio station that works with that works in the Carlton. So it's basically CKCFU. They put me on. Shout out to Magic Mike. They put me on. That's the radio station for the college, right? So sorry, the university, I believe it is. So they put me on already. So once we get a little bit more deeper into that, we can start talking to these people and be like, look, let's set something up, let's do something, let's build a vibe right there. And that's what we're working on right now.
Bet. We appreciate everybody joining us in the chat right now. Shakey
What's
Vibe
good,
Podcast,
everybody?
Episode 5. We live with Steph Lyon.
My guy, I saw a clip. I forgot when was it that I saw it. That my man DJ Envy shouted you out.
Yes, sir.
My brother, I saw that. I lost it.
That's major.
Like, oh. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If DJ Envy is shouting you out, that means you the truth, baby.
That was for rock. So we were releasing rock, so we hit them up and we're like, can we get something little? And he was like, sure. And they just sent that over. So we kind of use that a little bit as a promotion as well, because if DJ Envy heard it and liked it and gave us a shout out, if y'all don't like it, then y'all ain't got no good music taste. You feel me? So we kind of use that to propel the track to the next level, right? So we use that a lot, so it was great.
So you were saying you got a new EP coming out. When is the?
Yes, sir.
Talk about that with us for a little bit. Talk about that for a minute.
Basically, I believe it was 2 years ago when I was still in Ireland. I dropped an EP called. Basically, this is when I was like, there's 3 major sounds I like to do when I'm making music. I like to do melodic rap, I like to do trap rap, and I like to do drill. Right, so I had to find a way to incorporate all the sounds and let people know, like, hey, look, this is what I do. So my first mixtape was World Drip, which was just a straight trap rap, nothing melodic, nothing really about that. Then my second EP was Libra Child that I dropped last year. And last year, that was a full melodic EP. That was really personal, really melodic rap and things like that. And then, but before this EP that I'm dropping now, which is Drill, 2 years ago, I dropped a drill EP. It was unofficial, right? So I didn't own the beats and nothing like that. So I made it unofficial, dropped it on SoundCloud, and it was called Trouble. And it was just drill. It went heavy. People loved it. People were like, like, so you can do this. Like, because the thing is, like, I got this deep voice, and people are like, why do you never do nothing aggressive or nothing like that, right? Then Pop Smoke came out, and the vibe started getting crazy. And I was like, people were like, Steph, look, you've got this voice, man. Use it. People love this. And for me, it was like I was finding a way to articulate what I wanted to sound like doing drill. And I didn't really have the full picture. Then when Pop Smoke came out, I was like, it kind of gave me like a little bit more of a blueprint. And I was like, okay, so this is what I was missing. This is what I didn't know how to articulate it properly. So, so from the inspiration and things, I finally got the sound that I really wanted. Like the sound I was like, yeah, this is me, right? So from that, I made my EP Trouble, released that, and people loved it, and it was going crazy. And then I dropped Libra Child, and everyone was like, yo, why you not doing drill no more? And I was like, wait, relax, wait for a minute. And then this year now I'm dropping the EP. So this is kind of like a continuation of Trouble. This is kind of like, because when I dropped Trouble, I was really like, it was just a little bit before COVID, right? So I was trying to like pop a little bit more in Dublin, and people started using me a lot and started using me, making me come out doing shows and making me look stupid, right? And I'm like, I love this. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. So I was doing these things. I'm doing free shows here, free shows there, showing up. People like, okay, show up and things. And people were just taking me for like a fool. I'll get there and they'll be like, oh, we forgot to download your music. You can't perform and stuff like that. And like, I'm out here. I was working a 9 to 5 every single day. Sometimes, actually, I was working a 2 to 10. Right. So I'm starting at 2 p.m., finishing at 10 p.m. Right. So I'm going to work. After work, I'm coming home quickly, showering, getting ready, going out to these shows. And people were like, oh, we forgot to download your music, whatever. Oh, you can't perform and things like that. So, I was putting so much stress on myself to make to make these these things happen, like to make these shows happen, make these things, and people just taking for a fool. And I was so pissed at the world. So all that music on Trouble was just like, it was just crazy. It was all
Your
like,
anger, just your pent up anger, just
it was
came
just
out on
drill. It
wax.
was just straight drill. Like I was, because
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I'm calm now, but back in the day, I used to be a little bit. I used to do stupid shit, but like now I'm calm. So like it was just all that anger was just like, I just put it all on the music. And then now with the Keep It Moving EP, it's kind of like, I'm a little bit older, I'm a little bit smarter. I've kind of learned that you don't hold all these things in. If something bad happens, it's okay. You do it, you deal with it, keep it moving, right? So this EP is kind of like me accepting the fact that things will happen. People will try to use you, try to make you look stupid. Doesn't matter. You keep it moving. You do it, you keep it moving. You just keep it moving.
Yeah.
And that's where I got the title Keep It Moving from, was like, you kind of have to progress, grow, and understand that in the business, there is a lot of bullshit, right? And that's why I keep it moving now. So this EP is like, it's mostly drill. I think there's mostly drill, yeah. And then there's a few more tracks. So it's kind of like, it starts off a little bit still angry, and then as it progresses, the tone kind of tones down, kind of becomes more like a relaxed, like, I don't really care about this no more. I'm just gonna keep moving and keep doing my thing, right? So that's basically the backstory of the Keep It Moving EP right now.
All right, bet.
And
How many
that's
tracks is on the new E EP?
I believe there is 6 tracks on the Keep It Moving EP. Because there's the first track, Keep It Moving, it's a freestyle. Then we've got Rocks, then we got Outside, then we've got Talk Like That, and then there's Drift Squad, and I believe there's one more. No, actually, it might be just 5. It might be just 5, because there's a few songs that I wanted to put in there that I didn't really decide too well on right now. But if I listen to them again before the drop, I might add them onto that, right? But right now the track list is those. But it depends. It depends on if I feel like those songs need to be on there to give a clearer picture.
I bet. We appreciate everybody popping by. We got a lot of people in the chat right now. I want to shout out Kahuna, Nico, Dom Gloria, Marie Stella. You already know what it is. We here live on the Shakey Vibe podcast with Steph Lyon. He's just talking about his new EP that's coming out.
December 17th, I think.
Yes, sir. December 17th is coming out. Merch available now, ready.
Bet. All right.
Now, one of my questions is, I listen to your music, and I'm almost gonna guarantee that when the EP comes out, I will be reacting to each and every one of them.
Yes, sir.
Because now I can start new. I've already listened to all the rest of your stuff. Now I can start new, and I can go ahead and give you that shine that you well deserve.
Yeah.
Your writing, I listen to your words, and I listen to how you rap. Your writing process.
Yeah.
Like, to make one track, how long should it normally take you? Like Rocks. Let's talk about Rocks.
Rocks.
How long did that take you to write that?
It took me 30 minutes to write Rocks and to be finalized. See, okay, the truth about my music is basically, like, the thing for me personally, I don't like to freestyle, but most of my songs are technically freestyles, just written on paper. I don't really change too much, right? So if I write something, I don't really normally, I change like maybe a few words here and there, but I never really change too much. Some songs I change nothing at all. So basically, but if you ask me to freestyle right now, I'll be like, I can't. But if you put on a beat and told me, okay, I'll give you 10 minutes, write something, I could write you a whole song. But because I just have so many things coming out of my brain, so I just put down on paper, and then 80% of the times, I don't know how I do it. I don't know how my brain works, but it all makes sense. It all makes sense when it's on paper, right? So I just go in the studio whenever I get inspired. I just sit down, write something, get my notepad out, or I get my phone out, wherever I am, just write something. So for most of my trap songs, like, it could take me 30 minutes to 2 hours. But when I'm writing more melodic things where I want it to be personal and really like heavy in the feels and stuff, that could take me from a day to 2 weeks to 3 weeks, just depending on how personal I want it to be. So I take a lot more time in my melodic, when it comes to my melodic stuff, I take a lot more time to just make it so it feels a lot more like deep and connected to me personally. But sometimes I'm writing songs, where I just want you to be, you hear it, you're happy, you're lit, you want to get up and you want to dance, right? So I'm really good with writing catchy lyrics, right? Catchy stuff. That's what I do. But so yeah, so it takes me. So Rocks took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I wrote the hook in the first 10 minutes, and I was like, yo, this is something. So then I 30 minutes spent the rest of the track, and I was like, okay, like this is it. Got in, recorded it at home, sent it to my boy in England. He mixed and mastered it for me. Shout out to Eposide. He mixed it and mastered it to me. Sent it back like the same week, and I had the song ready. And I was like, yo, this is it. Like this is a hard track. Got it all. Put it up on the marketplace for all the Spotify, Apple Music, and everything. And then I started booking the music video. Booked the music video. Got the music video. Did all of that. Put it out, and I was like, this is my leading track for the EP. Like when I was like, this is it. This is the leading track for the EP. And I put it out there, and it was just great. Yeah.
Boy, that song right there is so fire. Like when I first heard it, and I hope I didn't offend you, but I was like, yo, dude, this man is like Pop Smoke reincarnated. I was like, yo, this is fire. The beat, the flow that you had, plus the bars and the cadence that you were doing on that, I was just like out of this world. I was like, yo, this is fire. And like I put everybody around me on it. They were listening to it at my job because I made them. I said, no, we listen to this. Fuck all that. And they did it. They were just like, yo, play more.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, I wrote that song. Like, when I was writing that song, I just wanted niggas like, for me, like I feel like performance and like just performance on stage as an artist, and when like your fans or your supporters are listening to it at home, it should be a song where it comes on, they're dancing. They dance, they want to stand up, they want to dance, they're doing it word for word, dancing, whatever. When you're performing on stage, everybody's dancing, everyone can vibe with you. So when I was writing that song, I was looking for something that would make people want to vibe. And every single time I've performed it so far, the whole crowd go crazy. Everybody go like it's the first time they've heard it, they go crazy. Everyone's jumping around with me because you can just vibe with it like brand new number, who this. Lose it. Everyone just wants to vibe with that, right? There's just a vibe, right? So that's what I was writing it for, and it's got the effect I wanted. So I'm really happy with it, and it just makes me happy that people like love that song so much. It's a great feeling to know that, like, because the thing is, for me, music is to connect with people, and the more I connect with people, the more I can make people happy. That just makes me happy. So the fact that people love the song and it makes them happy, it uplifts my soul, right?
Facts.
So I'm going to pull a question from the chat. We got a question from Silent Storm here. Silent Storm's question is, do you like writing alone or with people around you?
I have never written a song with people around me. I've never ever written any songs with people around me. I normally write everything on my own. Like sometimes once in a while, like my girlfriend will be around or stuff like that, but I've never ever written a song with anyone around me. I'm kind of I'm an introverted person when it comes to like my privacy and my private life. I'm really introverted. So I work better alone. I work better in silence and like away from everything. So when I'm working, I shut everything off. I'm just working right there, and then I'm in the zone, right? So I don't really work. But the thing is, when I do write with people, like I've because like I wrote a song for someone, and basically it's just working off energy. It was from actually my little sister. She makes music as well. So I wrote a song for her. And it's I can bounce off chemistry, but when it's writing for myself, I need to be alone. I need to be isolated to write for myself. But if I'm writing for someone else, yeah, that's cool. And I can bounce off the energy and chemistry and, incorporate their vibe to whatever I'm writing for them. But for me personally, writing, I like to do it on my own. I like to be alone and just in my own zone writing my stuff. So
I bet. Is the scene out in Ottawa opening back up? Like, is the clubs starting to slowly open back up? The bars and shit.
Yeah, we're all open back up. Everything's open back up. There's like restrictions and number caps and things per square feet footage and things like that. But everything's open back up. There's shows going on now. And yeah, we're pretty much really open back up, and we're getting a little bit better. And just once they get a little bit of a better grasp on this new variant and things like that, we'll get more details. But we're opening back up. We got shows going on. We got venues open and things. So things are being booked and everything. So like so many venues are booked out right now. So if you want to hold a show, it's like crazy to get a hold on a venue.
Crazy. Have you been able to Even before COVID, hit up some of the. Have you performed in Montreal?
No, I haven't performed in Montreal. I was supposed to, but then things got complicated with work and things like that, so I couldn't make it out to there. But I've only really performed in Ottawa right now. But we are planning to perform in Montreal because we had a show in Montreal and one in Toronto, and we never got around to getting to them because the way the dates planned out and
I
everything came
got you.
together, we couldn't make it. But we've got a few connects up in those parts, so we'll
Dope,
definitely
dope.
be performing out there.
I'm gonna pull another question from the audience. This one again is from Silent Storm. Shout out Silent Storm. What old school track or tracks has inspired your music the
Music the
most?
most. Um, a lot of Michael Jackson stuff, like Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson, that inspires me a lot, a lot. We've got some stuff from Pac, like Changes, that like I listened to that growing up, and a lot of DMX's stuff too, like because when I listen to X, it's like this guy sounds like me, right? So a lot of X's stuff inspires me a lot. But
Rest in peace, X, man.
yeah, right. Rest in peace,
Yeah, that
X.
shit fucked me up big time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I was bad that day. I was really bad that day.
Because dude was finally a little bit on the come up. Fucking
No
back
Prince.
with Def Jam a little bit. His last album had like hella features, and then bang, gone. Like that one fucked me
Hmm.
up big time.
Right,
Yep.
right.
We got one more
Um,
question from Silent Storm.
what about Prince?
Prince. No, I didn't listen to much Prince growing up because basically my music taste was like really steered by my parents, right? It was
Yeah,
what they were listening to and things like that that I'd get a little bit of inkling on, and then I'd go search for myself. So my dad was a big into DMX, Usher and the likes of that, and that's why I started listening to that from. And then I got into Pac and the rest of the bunch on my own, and that was just from culture, right, at the time and what people were listening to. And
oh, your peers, your homies, what your
right,
circle
right,
was
right.
listening to, what
There
was
was a
on
lot
the
of
radio.
Nelly, a lot of Snoop, a lot of Pharrell, and there was yeah, there was a lot of things. And I think I always loved the melodic stuff, so I was really big into Snoop because he had a lot of melodic, like he just has that, that vibey flow. You feel me?
Was
So
G
Right.
Funk popular out in Dublin?
I actually never heard of G Funk in Dublin.
Like the death row shit, like
See, the thing
Old
is, now
Drink.
it was more they just picked and chose like certain people, right? So a lot of Pac was big in Dublin. There was a lot of Snoop is big in Dublin. Like they love Snoop, they love Coolio and things like that. But they didn't pick the collectives. They just picked
Got you.
one individual from
Yeah,
each
got you,
thing,
got
right?
you.
Because the thing is, like, there's like in the American scene, like there's a lot of beef between people and things. But Irish people, they don't care about that, right? So they'll pick like a bunch of people from different scenes, different groups, put them together, and like, yeah, this is who we like, right? So it wasn't kind of like, oh, there's an East Coast thing or a North Dublin thing. It was just like anything, right?
Now, right
Yeah.
now, the music scene right now with all these new artists coming out. Do you have a lot of them on your playlist? Like, do you listen to a lot of them?
Okay, boom. Look, this is the thing is right. There's a lot of new artists coming out, but there's only like a handful that I actually listen to, and like I listen to the likes of like The Weeknd, Travis Scott. I listen to Young Tug. I listen to YSL, a lot of YSL music. I listen to Polo G, um, Emily Chopper, NBA YoungBoy, things like that. But I don't listen to a lot of them because a lot of them is just I don't know. It doesn't get me like going right. Doesn't perk up my music senses right. So I listen to a lot of older around the people who came out around 2016 to like 2019. Those that kind of era, that kind of group. Those are
Right.
who I'm listening to. Right. I'm not listening to all the new people. Like I don't listen a lot to I don't listen to Lil Durk too much. I don't listen to most of the like the younger newer rappers who are popping right now. I don't listen to a lot of them. Like there's once in a while like there's a good song they'll put out and it'll be on the radio on air. I'll listen to that, but I don't actively go out and search their music. I'm a little bit back older.
It's funny that you mentioned Little Dirk. The Little Dirk came out with a song 2 days ago
Yeah.
with Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I saw that actually. I saw that on Rap Caviar, but I didn't listen to it. I'm gonna be listening to it whenever I get free time, so I can. Because thing is, when I listen to music like that, I sit down and I just like dissect it. I dissect it.
Right.
And I'm like, is this worth it or is this not worth it? So I'm gonna listen to it when I have time to sit down and just be
Yeah,
like,
same.
be
For
on
me,
my space.
if the rapper, if the artist has nothing to say, I ain't even gonna peep it. I'll listen to it for 30 seconds, and then if you don't have substance, if you're not saying shit, there's no cadence, there's like the delivery, man, I'm just turning it off. Like,
Yeah.
lost your chat. We got another question from the chat. I'm gonna pull this one up again. It's from Salad Storm. He's like, "Is Conor McGregor the man?"
All right. Okay. Look, this is the thing. Is look, I'm Irish, so I'm always gonna support Irish people. I don't really love Conor McGregor. I don't dislike him, but I don't love Conor McGregor. And for me personally, and for most Irish people, I feel like the Americans and like this side of the world love him more than we love him when it comes to him as a human being. As a sportsman and as everything, we support him to the fullest. But as a human being and as a person, and most of the thing is like I said, Ireland is a small country, right? So a lot of people knew this guy growing up. A lot of us like he lived like 10 minutes from my girlfriend, right? So she lived like 10 minutes from his house, right? So it was like we know this guy as a person, and like he's done some things that make us look down. I'm like, you don't do these things. You gotta be a good person, right? So as a sportsman, I love and respect him. As a person, nah, he could be a little bit nicer and a little bit more respectful, you know. So
This just in. Steph Lyon just called Conor McGregor a piece of shit.
nah, I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that. We don't love him either. Nah, but I feel like a lot of people on the American side of the world and like North American things. I feel like they love him and they big him up and stuff. But thing is, right, for me, it's like I'm Irish, right? So I know the accent he puts on and all of that. That's like he's putting a little bit more extra zazz on it, right? Like we don't really speak like that back there. Yeah, right. It's all for the
Yeah,
money.
it gives him a bigger paycheck at the end
It's
of the day.
exactly right. It's all an act because back in Ireland we have an accent. Like we have an accent. I can talk like this for you. Like this is my Irish accent, but he puts it on to another level where he sounds like he's proper, like he's proper a scumbag and whatnot. But like he's not really. So we don't speak like that. He kind of just so he puts it on right. He puts it on to the next level. He makes it a little bit more extra. And
Yeah,
like
he brought a little bit of the WWE
right into
to the
UFC.
UFC,
Yeah. That's exactly he did that. He brought a lot of showmanship and all of that. But
and
the thing is,
he's cashed
it's
in with some of the
entertaining,
biggest paydays. So
right? Yeah, but it's really entertaining. And as a businessman, I respect him. I respect the hustle. I respect the brain. Like the brain is brilliant for doing that, right? But just as a person and as an Irishman, I'm like, um,
chill the fuck out a little bit, dude.
Now,
right,
Chill
now,
out,
right,
do
dude.
right.
you
Chill
do
out,
you
dude.
feel saying that? Do you feel that these people that are real, they stick to themselves and they stick true, and they
Right.
try to be the best people that they can and not bullshit and keep it 100? You think that that's kind of stopping them from getting to that point?
100%. It's shooting yourself in the foot. Believe me. Like personally, like I told you guys, I'm straightforward. I'm real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. How it is how it is, right? I don't give a shit about none of that. And for me, sometimes I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot by being a real person, right? And by not putting on this extravagant act or this thing that I'm not, right? So I feel like it does really hinder some like because look, in the industry, there's got to be a little bit of brown nose in here and there. There's got to be a little bit of like just letting things slide and being fake. And I personally can't do that, right? So it kind of just is. It's a little bit weird in a way where it's just like if not ready to be something that you're not, it might stop you from being where you should be.
Well,
But
I asked that because I was thinking about that the other day, and I personally think that's pretty much the difference between not selling your soul and selling your soul.
right,
Because if you have to change the person that you truly are just so you can get to the bag, like
that's selling
I
yourself.
get the
no, but
mentality.
see what you don't know. What you don't know is in the music industry, when you sign a deal and you sign a deal above distribution, like 90% of artists sign distribution deals only. When you sign above a distribution deal, when you actually get a record deal,
Yeah.
for the most part, you don't have creative control over your music.
Right.
So they
right.
tell you what you're writing,
Mhm.
and you don't have control over what they release.
Yeah.
So you could be like, this is the single. You
And
don't
they're
have
like,
control
no.
over what tracks get released. You don't have control or say in what pops. So,
and that's why I find like people like Tech Nine, people like Jordan Lucas, that they're doing it on their own, and they get into the level where they're at, and they're all independent. Jordan's 100% independent. He ain't signed with nobody.
Yeah.
And he got to where he's at. That's why I'm just like, all this other bullshit needs to move to the side. So like these,
yeah,
No, but
facts.
but,
But
no,
if you're gonna,
but
if you
gotta
keep
peep
it real,
though.
if
You
you
gotta
keep
peep
it
it.
real and keep it 100, if you're able to keep it 100 without telling like the industry to go fuck yourself, stay gully, do your shit, and stay in your lane, people are gonna respect that.
Yeah.
But like if you're not real and you're fake, I don't give a shit what you say. That's always going to come out in the end. You're gonna
Mhm.
get caught if you stay if you pretend to be hard and like test my gangster.
Yeah.
When push comes to shove,
Right.
they're gonna
Right.
test
what
your
happened?
game.
What
People are
happened?
gonna see that you ain't no gangster.
They tested your gangster and you weren't gangster. So like
Right.
if
Right.
you front a certain way, the industry is gonna call your bluff
Mm-hmm.
every time. So just like you said, if you're gonna stay true, stay true. Because like if you're not
6
true,
9 6
it's
6
gonna
9
come.
Right. 6ix9ine, prime example.
6
Like,
9 I didn't say that.
right
Steph
now, who said
I
that?
didn't say
I don't know
that.
who said that.
I didn't say that. I just
Steph
said
said
test my
that.
gangster. I just said
6
test my
9
gangster.
Now the whole situation behind that cat, whatever. But what I'm like, it keeps on like fucking my head up because I'm just like, I listen to a lot of people now that I started reacting. I kind of got out of that wormhole of just listening to Eminem. Like I'm listening to more other shit now.
Mm.
And when I hear like people like you, people like Nick Natoli, people, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on where these people with this much talent is not where they need to be at? And then I understand. I'm not in the game like that. I'm not a musician. I don't rap. I don't do none of that. So I can only see what I see. And I understand the politics and I understand all this other stuff. You sign to a label, you got the machine behind you, and you're not yourself no more. I get that. What steps do you feel you need to make to get to that point where you're an independent artist and you're doing everything on your own? And you could get to that level of all these people that pretty much sold their fucking souls to get to where they're at.
The thing is, right, to be honest with you, there is a very slim chance that you're gonna get to the same level as the people who have the machine behind them, right?
Yeah.
But because the thing is, like, once you start getting to a certain point, if you start making 500,000 a year from just your music alone, the machine caps you. They're like, nope. If you want to make more, you've got to come with us. They cap you, right? So there's always going to be a cap on what they let you, because essentially they're letting you make money. Because they could tell, they could go in and pull strings and like, don't put them on this playlist, don't put them, I don't want to see them here, I don't see them there. And the label, the playlist, and the whatever are gonna listen because these are the people with the money, right? So it's kind of like they let you and they let you fly under the radar. But once you go to a certain length, they're gonna start be like, okay, now if you wanna advance, you gotta come with us. So I believe if you just stay true to yourself, it's gonna take a lot longer, right? That's the thing. Like I'm ready for it. Like I know it's gonna take me a lot longer than some of these people. Like because like I don't want to change who I am. I've been the same Steph since I was like 15, and I'm still the same Steph today. So I feel like once you stay in yourself, it'll take you a little bit longer, but you're gonna get to the point where you can sell out places, and it's gonna be real people, real fans coming to watch you. You don't need to do all this other extra shit. You don't need to be going on live with guns on your story or whatever, or
Right.
beefing everybody, or like doing all that extra bullshit,
Creating gimmicks,
right? Like you don't need to do all the extra bullshit, like because like that's the thing. Like so in my music, I'm never gonna say things like I don't talk about smoking, I don't talk about drinking because I don't drink, I don't smoke. If I ever mention any of those things in my music, it's gonna be the homies because it's not me. That's not me. That is not my personality. That's not the things I do. So I'm never gonna like things like look. I sat down one day and I took out the pen and pad and I was like, I wanted to write a song that was totally not me. Had nothing to do with me, just an extravagant song, right? And I wrote an extravagant song. It is insane. It sounds just like the industry wants it to sound, but it's not me, so I'm not gonna release that. Like it will probably
You
pop.
can't do that. You can't do that to me, brother. I gotta hear it. That's not fair, bro. Come on, man.
We got
Yeah,
a
no,
question
but-
in the chat that I'm gonna pull up, and then I got a question. We got another one from Silent Storm. Silent Storm, appreciate you for being as active as you are in the chat. He's saying it's been nice meeting with you, chilling with you out here. He's like, he likes what he hears. What song of yours, or what song of yours from a new listener's perspective, would you say you need to listen to this first and then peep the rest of my catalog?
I'd say Zeus. Listen to Zeus. That's a song I wrote about. It's basically I went to Greece and then I got really inspired, so I wrote a song about Zeus. It's a personal song, it's about things I was going through in life and things I needed to get done and things that I felt like I was losing time on, right? So Zeus is a really powerful song. And after you've listened to Zeus, listen to the whole Libra Child EP because that's really personal and it tells you a lot about me as a person and the things that I think about and the things that I feel like I have to do and I'm like obligated for. So Zeus and then the Libra Child EP. And then if you're just looking for some trap shit, yeah, go listen to World Trip. But personally, I'd say Zeus.
Bet.
And go listen to Rocks too.
Yeah, Rocks. Yeah, go listen to Rocks too. If you want to dance, go listen to Rocks.
Dude, I like to dance and I listen to that shit every fucking day.
Yes, sir.
That shit is fire. I love it. Now, another question that I have for you. Your manager.
Yes, sir.
Now, this girl ain't no fucking joke.
Yes, sir.
How did you meet her? How did that happen? That you guys got connected and then you did what you did? Because I'm telling you right now, this girl, when you hit it big, she needs to take at least half.
Yes, sir. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So basically, so in case people didn't know, my manager is also my girlfriend. But we met like 5.5 years ago, and we started talking. We started friendship, and then I realized that. So basically, her backstory was she was like a fanger when she was growing up, right? So she was really involved in the music and things, and going to people's shows, getting backstage passes, and then she started talking to managers and PRs and things behind stage and behind like during the shows and things. And then she really just loved the scene and loved the vibe and loved the managers and things like that. So she always kind of wanted to do that in life. So we started talking, and then she went to college to go for music and event management. And she was like, "Yo, you do music? I'm going to college for this." So we're like, "Okay, let's get it." And then we started working together, and then it was hard at first, getting people to respect a woman in the industry, especially as a manager for music. And the thing is, like, they're like, "Oh, who would you manage? A pop singer or something?" And she's like, "No, I manage a rapper. Like this dude is serious. Like he's a rapper, and like you manage a rapper and things like that." So it took us a while to break that cycle of people not taking her seriously. But
Right.
like once she got her footing and she got her shit straight, she was like, "Nah, no more bullshit. Like I'm a manager."
Don't watch the like you're a girl, you manage this person. The manager of Wu-Tang and a whole bunch of other artists out of New York is a really short Asian chick who you look at her and you're gonna be like, you manage the Wu-Tang Clan,
right?
You manage Eric Sermon, don't get that shit krilled. Don't think the industry looks down and be like, oh, you're a chick, you manage this person. Like some of the heaviest artist managers in the hip-hop industry are women that you would never ever think about. Like this really teeny tiny petite Asian chick manages every member in Wu-Tang.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And like I think
from day one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more or less the the smaller people and the smaller people in the or that are in the industry who are like about who like to say you're a woman. Like I think because when we're talking or we're trying to collaborate with bigger, okay, have a good night. When we're talking to bigger like people in the industry, they don't care. They don't care. As long as you're getting the work done, you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying, they don't care. But when you're working with like the little smaller independent people, they're like, she's a woman, and they're like texting me, and I'm like, don't talk to me. If you want to talk to me about business, here's my manager. Then they're always trying to redirect to me, and I'm like, nah. All my business is handled by her. I don't talk business. You want to talk music? Cool. Business? Mm-mm. So like I kind of have to like make a statement like don't talk to me about business. I have a manager for that reason. She handles my things because I'm too focused on trying to make everything else work. So she's managing on my business, my bookings, all of that. So, but now people are getting it. They get it. Like you respect her, you respect. Like if you don't respect my manager, I'm never working with you. Like don't respect her and just because she's a woman, I ain't working with you.
Now, what are the odds that a rapper and a person that wants to be in management finds each other?
Right. That's crazy,
bro.
No, it was meant to be, right? It was meant to be. That's how the world works. You know, when you're serious about something and you're manifesting and you're working towards a goal, the world gives you things that are going to help you along the way, right? So that's how it is.
So we got another question that I'm going to pull up from the chat here. This one is from Nico.
The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. Like he's pop and R&B. I love The Weeknd. Basically, growing up, I had a really hard problem with my voice because I think I was 11 when my voice broke, right? So people started bullying me because like everyone else had like lighter voices, and I'm here with this deep voice since I was 11, and I was short and everything. So people started bullying me, and I became such a like I started becoming introverted. That's how I became introverted, right? So I was kind of scared of speaking, public speaking in groups and things like that. And then I found The Weeknd. Like when I was like 14 or 15, found The Weeknd, and then I started singing. I started wanting to sing so bad, and I started training my voice and being able to control my voice a lot more, and it just made me feel happy. And The Weeknd is just like I just felt a little bit more free, right? And The Weeknd was actually one of the reasons I started music because like I spent so much time singing and doing doing covers of The Weeknd in my bedroom and things like that. So he really inspired me, and it really just. And all my melodic stuff, all my melodies, all of that, it's all inspired by The Weeknd. Every single melody I do is all The Weeknd.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If an 11-year-old kid comes at me sounding like you, I'm not gonna bully him. I'm gonna get a fucking priest, and we're gonna get that demon out.
Right. See, that's the thing. People are like, "Damn, like, why is your voice like that?" And I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny.
Well, that's fire because I knew that was your girl. I just didn't want to just blurt it out.
No, that's the thing. I respect that. I really respect that because sometimes when I'm having interviews and things, people go straight to like your wife, your girlfriend. I'm like, she's my manager, right? We're talking music, so she's my manager. If we're talking to me outside of the music, yeah, she's my girlfriend. But if you're talking to me, Steph Lyon, right now, we're doing an interview with Steph Lyon, that's my manager. That's my manager, right? Because we love to keep business and personal life very separate. They're not the same things. We don't want to get into that, right? Because like because like if you go into a room and you're talking to people and you're like, oh, I introduce her as my girlfriend, they're like, you're not serious, or oh, you're not making the right decisions because she's probably you're telling you something stupid. No, we keep all of that apart. We make business decisions based on the business, right? Not based on personal feelings, all of that. Because it took some time for us to like get to that point, but right. It's the best way because like we don't go home like if we have an argument over some music shit, I'm not going home and having the same argument with her afterwards. No, that's it. It was done. It's done. What's done is done. That's music. This is our personal life, right? So kind of things like that. So,
and that hearing that is fucking awesome because having two people that are so level-headed and understand that this is business. This is our personal life, and I'm pretty sure it was like extremely hard to get to that point.
Yeah.
Just so you guys can understand, okay, we're talking about music, got nothing to do with me eating your Cheetos last night.
Right.
That has nothing to do with nothing. And to hear that that's how I know you guys are going to be successful because you guys could focus on two different things at the same time, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you two are focusing on this music and she keeps on doing what she's doing, because that girl promotes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she handles my social media. Like if I'm busy, if I'm working, if I can't get to it, someone messages me, she'll help me out with that. She'll post on my story. If someone says, "Yo," it's like I got like the other day I have a company I collaborated with, right, for jewelry. They hit me up like, "Yo, can you help us promote this?" I wasn't there. I wasn't able to see that. She did it for me. She promotes it straight away. I come back. She's like, "Steph, this people hit you up. They said this, that, and the third. I did it for you, but if you want anything, if you want to say anything else, go ahead. Here's whatever. So she handles the business, right? And the thing is, like, people think, oh, Steph posted this. It's no. Most of the time, it's her. Like, I'll make the content, and then she schedules it. She's posting it. She's replying to comments. She's doing all that for me, right? And when it's like, the thing is, like, if it's something personal, she'll leave that for me to come and handle that, right? If it's personal, if it's a fan come to talk about some personal stuff, she'll let me come handle that. But everything else, she's helped me get out of the way because I don't want to leave people's messages sitting there or things not posted and things like that because I'm really busy. Like I work a really hard job and it's time consuming, right? So I don't always have the time, and all the time I do have, I'm using it to make the music, right? And the things I mix and master myself. 90% of my music is done by me. I record it right here. I mix it and master it myself. So all the time I have to spare is usually for music. So I don't really have
for the
time
industry.
for social media,
That's
right?
dope.
Exactly. So I don't really have time for most of my social media stuff. So she handles all my business, all my social media and things like that. Like without her, I would.
So she's more than your manager because she does your PR.
Right. She does my PR. She does all
she
of
does
that.
everything.
Like so, she's doing everything, right? So like people don't understand that. So they think, oh, she just sits around doing nothing. Nah, she does a lot. Without her, my business wouldn't be running smoothly. It is what it is.
Facts.
That's how I learned about you.
Mm-hmm.
She hit me up.
Exactly, like that's what
She
she
said,
do.
if you don't react to this guy, she was gonna hunt me down. She was gonna fuck me up. That's what she said. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it then. But no, like that to me, it's insane, and I'm so happy to hear that that there's couples out there that actually can get together and put the work in and knock it out the park. Because you've been on in magazines as well. They've mentioned
Right.
you in a couple of articles that
Yeah.
I've read and everything. The new EP coming out, that's out there. That's the bees are flying around and they talking about it
Right.
and everything. The EP. Now, when you're because I'm pretty sure you're making music almost every day.
Yeah, whenever I get the time, I'm making music. I'm writing. If I get something in my head, I write it down straight away. Things like that. Yeah.
Now, I don't want to get personal at all, but I just want to understand how is it that you guys got to that point where you're always writing, she's promoting, she's doing her thing. You got the EP coming out, which that's a whole lot more stuff that you got to do to promote and all this other stuff. Where do you guys find time for yourselves?
Basically, right. Okay. So see, people always ask me that, but it's like when you have two people who have the same goals and same vision, spending time working together in the same space, in the same room, that's spending time together, right? We're spending time together. We're talking. We're making jokes and things. Like we're working, but we're spending time together, right? If I'm making music, she's sitting in the back or sitting on the chair or on her phone working the business on the social media. I'm making music. We're spending time together because I'm gonna be like, listen to this. How does this sound? Oh, it doesn't sound too good. Okay, I'm back, my headset back on. It's quiet again, making the music, right? So when you're spending time together, working towards your dreams and your goals, that is spending time together. Like, and people don't get that all the time. Like once in a while, we'll get a day off, we'll go see a movie, or go do something like that. But apart from that, we spend most of our time together while we're working, and we're okay with that, right? Because we're in the same house, we're working towards the same thing, same goals. So it's kind of like it will sound weird to some people, but it's like when you're working so hard. Like I'm 22, she's 21, or I don't know if she's 21 or 22, but she's one of those ages, and we're like working towards the same thing. Like, and we're so driven towards this one thing. So like all the other extra shit is like we don't need to be on Instagram sending pictures. Oh, we're on a honeymoon or we're on this. That's for the world. We don't give a shit about the world. We don't care about our relationship. We know about our relationship, right? We love our relationship. So we don't really have to show people that we're happy or whatever, because we know we're happy, and we know we're happy fighting for our goals. Because when we get there, we can take a step back. We can have a bigger team. people can handle more stuff for us.
Facts.
Now we can
Right.
spend time whenever we want, right? So right now we're just in the stage where we're just working towards the dream and making sure the dream happens. Because if it doesn't happen, then it was all for nothing, right? So we're just that's how we spend time together. It's just working the same place, really.
That's a good fucking answer, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That hit me in the jaw. I wasn't expecting that. That was a good fucking answer. Now, the EP, December 17th, guys. If you check this man out, please.
Yes,
Stream
sir.
it. Is it going to be in all platforms?
All platforms going to be everywhere.
It's going to be everywhere, people. December 17th, this man's EP is coming out. Please, please cop that. Because this man is fire. Take it from me. I know what fire music is. Trust me.
How old were you when you wrote your first track?
I believe I was 16 when I wrote my first track, and 17 when I released my first actual song that I was trying to use to break into music. So I wrote my first track when I was 16, which is crazy.
How old were you when you performed your first show?
I was I believe I was 18 on my first show. My first ever show was a headline show, and because that's the thing, like we were working so hard, we didn't have time to go do shows, right? So my first ever show was Lion Gala, right? So we have this thing where we have this show called Lion Gala, where it's part of our business. Once in a while, we'll throw this show. It's Lion Gala, and it's going to be my headline show, and we have other artists perform, and it's basically a gala, right? So
yeah,
we planned. We like, okay, we want to do this thing in the future. So when we finally came around to me performing, we're like, let's just have a Lion Gala. So we had a Lion Gala, sold out. It was like what 100 or two. I was like 150 people sold out the show. My first show, like I had like what an hour set. I was so tired, like I was hella tired. Like, because that was like my first ever performance, and I'm on stage for an hour going on, but everyone loved it. The crowd was so happy, and it was like I didn't get the first show with 5 people to like kind of practice or none of that. I was just thrown on there with everyone watching, so I couldn't mess up. It was crazy, but it was a good experience. And then since then, it's just been getting bigger and bigger, and we've just been doing better things. You feel me? So yeah, that was crazy.
What's the biggest crowd you ever performed in?
My biggest crowd was my headline show, 150 people. Lion Gala was my biggest crowd. So till this day, it's still my biggest crowd. So 150.
All right, that's going to change. Don't even worry about that. That's going to happen. You're going to have 150,000 people.
Yes, sir. That's the dream.
And like my main goal when I started this, and I'm pretty sure Shakey as well. I don't like to talk for another motherfucker, but is to get people like you, these people that they put the work in, they put the music in, and try to give them as much shine as possible.
Facts.
So me and Shakes P are on this track that he's already at 10 stacks, which congratulations, my guy. Right. And I'm right behind him. We getting there, and the more eyes that is on us, I feel is gonna help guys that are in the come up like you and a lot of people that we listen to and react to, get them to the point where a lot more eyes is gonna see you guys, a lot more people gonna listen to you, and that's our main goal. Pretty much my main goal to do with this whole YouTube shit. My main thing is once we get it to a bigger scale, and once we get it to a point where we can actually make a difference for you guys. Thank you. I know my goal forever is going to be that. I don't give a fuck if I have 100,000, 150,000 subscribers. Because, like I said before, and I say it many times again, Eminem, Jordan Lucas, these motherfuckers don't need me to be talking about their shit. They good. But I could give you a almost damn promise that I will always be there to push your shit as much as I can. Because people like you that put that work in, I just don't feel like it's just fair that you guys have to go through this slow process to get to where you guys at. I think it's corny, and I understand it's industry. It's all about the money. I get that. That's cool. But I would like it to get it to a point where that doesn't even fucking matter anymore.
At the end of the day, a reactor's job is to not sell out. So
Right.
when I say that is it's a reactor's job to put people on to new music. The whole point of reacting to music is to put people on
And the
to
new
new
artist.
artists and new music, critiquing it, giving the reason why it's good or giving constructive criticism on how it can get better. So at the end of the day, for us to only react to top tier artists is fucking pointless.
We're just doing it for the views at that point.
At
Right.
the end of the day, we're trying to build plateaus to get to a point where when our channel is 40, 50, 60% independent artists, we are able to send 500, 1,000 more views to that particular artist to build up the subs. Like at the end of the day, it's every reactor's job to react to the independents. Because the majors, like the people on the majors, don't need they don't need reactors.
Right.
They don't
They've
need it.
got the machine, though. You know, they've got this all this money and all these connections on the industry. They're gonna put them in front of you anyway, right? But me, I've got to put myself in front of you, which is really taxing. It's expensive, and we don't all have that, right? So there's like even being here right now, like you guys are saying, like this itself is doing so much for me. This is another video or another podcast saying Steph Lyon, right? That's putting my name in
Right.
the algorithm. That's putting my name in SEO. That's putting my name on Google. That's putting my name out there. So just this alone, no matter how much small you think this is, it's huge. This is huge for me. And as an
You did us a favor today by being here with us. It's our pleasure having you on the show.
no, but
On
that's
the
the
show.
thing.
But
I feel
from here on out, we got you. Just
yes,
trust
sir.
me. We got you. We got
Yes,
you. Like
sir.
you had our back. You had our back. Now we got your back. So like don't even watch that. Like don't watch that. Like we got you.
Yes,
When you
sir.
got major projects and shit dropping in the future and you need a little bit of help, just slide in the DMs, say yo, what's popping? We both got you. Trust me.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate that because that's the thing. You got me, I've got you. That's the thing. I feel like it's not a competition to see who can do more for each other, but it's like you need people who are willing to do something for you, right? Because if you're the only one giving and giving and giving, that's bad. But when you have people who are willing to do stuff for you, I give you the same energy. You give me 100%, I give you 100%. That's how I am. I'm
Facts.
that kind of
Such is
person.
life. Well, such is how life should be, right? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Real
That's how it
recognize
should
real.
be. So since you want to do something for me, I tried to join and try to win one of those chains, and I fucking lost. Like I was gonna rock that motherfucker every video.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna give you if you want to change. Don't worry, wait on it. Give me a second. Let me get the bag right after this EP drop. And I don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up. Don't worry about it.
Because
I'm gonna
that
post
chain,
some
when I
streams.
saw it on Instagram, I was like, boy,
Yeah, I saw that
my
shit. I was like,
reaction's going somewhere else with this motherfucker if I win this shit.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna post some streams. I'm gonna talk to a few companies and see what I can do for you. Don't
That's
worry
what's
about
up.
it.
That's what's up. Now, you got merchandise out.
Right, right.
Where can these people find your merchandise so they can fuck with you real quick?
type it
So
in the chat. Type it in the chat.
my merch is give me a second so you can find the link. I don't know if I go off this, I can do y'all still see me?
Yeah.
We see you. We see
Okay,
you.
so yeah, I'm gonna get a link actually if I can get a link and get this out here for y'all because my merch is actually on Teespring, which is a
Okay.
website, and they do all my merching for me and do all the shipping and postage and packaging and things, and
Dope.
I just handle all my my promotions for my merch. So I'll try to get y'all a link, but everything is there. There's right now we have one set, and the set is just the main EP set. And the next set that's going to be coming out is going to be a little bit more diverse in regards to it's going to have a lot of more things that aren't just to do with the EP. So right now we've got the EP merch, and after that we're going to have a little bit more. But we're just trying to we're just trying to do something different. This is the first time we are doing an EP drop with merch because we're we're
Dope.
getting a little bit bigger,
For sure.
getting a
For
little bit
sure.
more funding and things like that, so we can
Exactly.
actually
Get this
do
team.
things like
Get the snowball effect going, man. You got to
right,
get
right.
everything going at the same time. Build your momentum, like for sure.
Well, I can promise you that I'm gonna cop one. I'm definitely gonna cop something because
Yes,
I got to promote. I like to promote, and I like to show. I wear it in my videos. I do all that with people that I fuck with. Like if I didn't fuck with your music, my brother, trust me, you would not be here. I'll be talking to a cactus before I talk to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I feel like. The thing is like, because even I had a few reacts from my videos, and the thing for me is like, if I feel positive energy, like as soon as I start watching your video, I was like, I fuck with this guy. Like this is the energy I'm looking for. This is genuine energy. This isn't someone coming here because they have to do it. He chose to do this because he wanted to. He was open for new things. And when I saw the energy you were giving, I was like, this is genuine energy. Because you know sometimes you watch some people, they're not giving you real energy right there. They're just putting it on right to hype it up to make it look good.
And he's addictive as fuck. When you watch one of his videos, you didn't just
keep,
watch one. You
right?
watched a bunch because he's.
Well, but that's the thing. That's what genuine energy does, right? It draws people in because it's genuine. It's real energy, right? So, and I believe strongly on that because the same Steph you're gonna see here is the same Steph you're gonna see outside. I don't care if I'm working. I don't care if you're a bin man, if you're a guard. I don't care. You're gonna see the same energy I'm gonna give you here as me now. Same energy you're gonna get on the streets. I don't care what you are. Don't care what you're doing, who you are. You get the same stuff all the time. Everyone is equal to me, and everyone gets the same energy from me. I'm not
That's
picky
why
or choosy.
real recognizes real.
Yes, sir.
And I've always believed in that. Now, after the EP, what are the plans after the EP comes out? Are you gonna go to like a performance tour? Are you doing anything after the EP?
After the EP, I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna start working on a new project and actually drop an actual full project. But right now, after the EP, I'm just gonna be releasing a few singles. Hopefully, get a few music videos out, and we're planning a few shows right now. So me and my manager are planning a few shows. So after we plan those shows, we get dates. We're gonna start promoting those shows. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a few shows and just see how COVID goes. You know, if there's a little bit more less restrictions and things like that. You know, those are the kind of things holding us back and slowing us down a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of shows. And
if you ever come to Florida to perform anywhere, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely, most definitely.
I'll be in there like swimwear. I promise you that.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Any how do I phrase this properly? Any collabs coming up with other artists that we might be able to look out for?
We've got a few in the vault right now. I got one that I'm working on right now. This is hot. Like this is hot. Like I don't know how to say it to y'all, but y'all thought Rocks was hot. This is hot. So I got one right now. We're working on it. Hopefully get it out by maybe February, which depends on how it goes with the other artists and getting everyone's things together. But we got a few tracks in the vault. One that's definitely coming out early next year, and there's a few that's going to be coming out later on down the line. But we got some collabs. I'm collabing with some artists right now from Ottawa. Got a few artists from Ottawa we're collabing with. Got some artists from England I'm collabing with, and I got a few artists in Ireland that I'm collabing with right now. So we're just getting things up. It's gonna be a year where I'm gonna collab. I think I'll collaborate a little bit more, you know, because for me, I feel like a lot of people want to collaborate for personal gain and not just to make good music. So I only collaborate with people who I feel like are gonna collaborate to make good music, right? So that's why I'm really picky and choosy with who I collab with.
And that's good because if they sound bad, they're gonna make you sound bad.
Yes, sir.
I've seen a lot of people that they'll collab with people and they just don't have that chemistry. They don't have that. You could tell it's forced. Yeah. It's not coming out naturally. And there's a couple of features that I've heard that this guy is dope, but because this guy didn't bring 100,
right?
Completely
brings down the whole track. Facts.
Right, that's facts.
Brings down the whole track. If you could collab 3 artists that if you could collab with, you'd be like, yo, who are the 3 artists you want to collab with the most? Obviously, one is going to be The Weeknd. We know that already.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, The Weeknd, Travis Scott, and probably it's either Kanye West or Young Thug. It's Kanye or Young Thug, but I'm swinging more towards Kanye because that dude is crazy. He is crazy.
So you just know, the beat and production is going to be fucking off the chain.
It's going to be off the
He doesn't even have to come in on the track. Just if you can get that production.
He just do the drum roll. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, but we talking about Kanye and we talking about all that. Right? I have not once heard you mention Eminem, which is okay. It's fine.
Nah, I love him, but like, okay, look, I told you, Rod, I'm real as shit. I love Eminem, and I love all of M's old work, but I feel like his newer work, he's kind of trying to pander to some of the newer audience, and I'm not really digging it too much. Like,
All right, we're not going to talk about this right now. I'm going to go ahead and light this cigarette. We're not going to get into that type of conversation.
Yeah, but I do love M. M was my childhood growing up. I was listening to M. I was listening to M growing up, and I used to sing Mockingbird I used to be my hood on singing Mockingbird and stuff. You feel me? Like all of that. That was my stuff growing up as a kid.
Facts. See, I can hear you. I can hear you like clearly get on for some reason, and it might sound crazy, but I can hear you on a track with the baby.
Most definitely. I feel like our styles would match very well.
It will blend real good because he's got that deepish voice too.
Yeah.
Yours is a little bit more deeper than his, but it could sound really good.
Right,
you put a fire ass beat. Oh my God.
Yeah, like the thing is, and we can both write catchy songs. So like, if he writes a catchy hook and I write some catchy, it would be fire. It would be fire. Like D12, yeah, D12 with this shit.
Y'all catch the verses the other day?
Oh no, I didn't. I saw that there was a fight. I saw a fight broke out.
Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia vibe. Did you peep any of that at all?
Nah, I saw some clips.
Busy Bone got heated at 3 6 Mafia and started a fight on stage.
Yes, sir.
But what do you expect, man? Oh, you think that all those motherfuckers in total, they got bodies, bro.
I used to manage artists in Cleveland and go to Cleveland. Cleveland man them don't play, man. They don't play in Cleveland, bro. Nobody has knapsacks in Cleveland because they're gonna get stolen. Like Cleveland don't fucking play. But I'm not even gonna get into the verses too much, but I think the first fucking thing in a versus battle is you should not be lip syncing your shit. I couldn't watch this versus because every song was lip synced horribly, and man weren't even up to. They forgot their own lyrics.
Dude, they're like 120 years old.
I don't give a shit. Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One didn't lip sync.
Now, talking about all that, Steph, do you listen to battle rap?
No, I don't. I used to growing up when I was a little bit younger, but not anymore. It kind of wasn't really popular back in Ireland, so we didn't really listen to too much battle rap. We kind of just went from like old school straight to like mid school and new school. It was kind of the transition. We didn't really get into the battle rap phase. There was a little bit of it when Eminem was doing his shit. There was a little bit of battle rap, but it kind of just progressed real quickly. We didn't really stick too much into battle rap back in the day.
Right.
Stormzy and Dave.
We got another question from Monk. Was that a question?
Nope.
No, it wasn't. So yes, Stormzy or Dave, and Dave.
Yeah, I'd be good on this track with Stormzy. Dave, yeah, I could pull off a good track with Dave because he does a little bit more melodic and I could probably write a really dope hook for him. Yeah, I could see those happening. Like this thing, I'm so diverse. There's no one I couldn't be on a song with, right? Like I can sing, I can rap, I can make melodic rap, I can do almost everything, right? And like me and my vision of music is never put yourself in a box because today I might like this, tomorrow I might like this. If I put myself in a box, I might love this and this inspires me, but I'm trying to write this. I can't write this right now because I'm not inspired by this right now. My lifestyle is not this right now. So, kind of like if you put yourself in a box, it kind of takes off opportunities for you to grow and progress, Yeah.
Facts. We are here. Shakey Vibe Podcast, episode 5, live with Steph Lyon.
And please, everybody, when you guys have the time, please cop this man EP coming out December 17th. It's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna be fire. I have a good feeling about it because the way your manager's posted it, I'm like, yo, dude, I gotta get this shit now. I gotta get this. Now, how long have you been working on the EP?
On the EP, I've been working on this since 2020. Early 2020 was when I made a few songs on this EP. And it wasn't the right time for me to drop a drill EP. So, I kept some of those stuff in the vault while because right then and there I was kind of going through a lot, and then I needed to let all of that out. So I needed to make something more personal, right? So I kind of put all the drill songs in the vault, and I was like, it's not the right time for this. But yeah, since 2020, early 2020, I was working on a few tracks for this EP.
Nice.
Dope.
Now, what's the next step? What is Steph Lyon's next step after all, to get to that next level?
The next step for me, I need to get to the point where I can sell out like an arena or something. I don't know. I need to be doing a 500 minimum capacity shows. I need to get people to rock with me heavy in the city right now in Ottawa. I need people to rock with me heavy. I need to like build the business to a point where I can be a rapper full time. That's the dream, is to be a rapper full time. I think the next step for me is just trying to get to the point where I'm making a stable income so I can stop all this working and just focus on the career and focus on the vision, so I can give people perfection. So I think the next step for me is just growing to the point where I can do this full time and I can put all the effort and everything I'm doing into this right now. That's really what I feel the next step is for us.
Well, I have a good feeling about this EP, and I have a feeling that this is probably going to push you to that next step.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Like
sir.
I said,
Especially with your manager. Your manager doing that PR as hard as she is. If you guys start pushing up to the universities and getting deep into the universities with the sororities and fraternities, that's really going to help that out.
Yeah.
That's really going to just help get Ottawa, which isn't your hometown, but sort of it's your backyard right now. Get them on your back, and it'll get you into the performing in front of the 200, 300, 400, 500 people. And as more people in your hometown are more familiar with you, the more you get a little bit of radio play, it's just going to help propel that and catapult that. And then it'll domino over into Montreal, to Toronto and surrounding areas and stuff like that. It just takes one city to get you, for you to pop off. Once they're on your back, the rest of that shit becomes like a domino effect, and it's easy or easier to say. Easier to say. You just need to get yourself to the point where when big names come into your city,
they're looking for me.
You're the opening act. You're the one. You're the dude from Ottawa that when everybody comes in the city, we're like, we need this cat on the bill. We need this cat on the bill. Because when they come into the city, or when the promoter starts promoting shows in that city, they ask around, who's popping in the city? Who's popping? You just need to get it to the point where your name, Steph. When your name pops up everywhere, you're golden. You got that Charlie. You got that Charlie ticket, the golden ticket, man.
Right, sir.
Now, when you go out and about and you're doing your shows, because I've seen a couple of clips of you performing live and all that. Do you have an entourage?
No, it's just me and my manager. We pull up. Or if I have anyone coming with us, we all pull up and we just go and chill, like I go there, I call people like, yo, I'm performing, they pull up, I go for my sound check, they pull up when the doors open, and we just do, like, I'm not big into all of that, all the entourage and all that. I don't feel like I need hype man or people who are gonna be coming to make me feel bigger. Nah, I'm a real quiet guy when it comes to it, like, so I'm just like, I like to chill and vibe with people, right? So all that extra shit, I don't feel like I need it. Like so. So most of the time, if you see me going to shows or going out to support someone doing shows, I go on my own. It's just me and my manager. We just go out and we just be their support, or I perform and things like that. And the people who come to see me, we make sure we get them involved in things. But entourage now, we pull up solo. Like that's the thing. I'm always solo. I pull up solo. I do my thing solo. But I always respect everyone who comes out to support me and comes out for me.
Because I seen your Instagram post. That crowd seemed to be pretty lively.
Yes, sir. That's the thing. Like I was vibing with them all day, and I told them like, look, we about to hit rocks right now. If y'all got any energy left in the tank, I need y'all to go crazy right now. And they were like, yes, sir. And we had it. We had it good.
That's dope.
Now, what does your parents think about that? Do they support your career?
Well, basically, I dropped out of college to help my mom out because we had some stuff going on. She needed a little bit of help. So I dropped out of college because I was getting into the music and I couldn't really balance the music and like working and things like that all together. So it was kind of like I could stay in college, do my engineering degree and get my engineering degree, or I could follow my dream. And basically what I told myself is college is always going to be there. I can go back to college whenever, but there's kind of a time frame on music, right? You don't want to break out when you're 40 or you're 50, right? You want to do when you're young, have time to break out, make your money, retire happily and young, right? So I feel like there's a time frame on music. So for me, I kind of had to make a decision between getting a degree or chasing this music thing full time. And I told myself, look, Steph, I don't want to grow old and regret anything. And I really wanted to do this music. So I just said, I'll go back to college whenever I'm finished chasing my dreams. And I don't think I'm going to be ever finished chasing the dreams because I always got new dreams coming up. So
Good.
So I just.
That's a good thing, though.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I for one, like I said before, and I sound like a broken fucking record, but I for one, I fuck with you hardcore. Your music to me is like, I don't know. I listen to it, I get into a different mood. It puts me in a different situation. And I just want to thank you once again for joining us and having this interview with us. I mean, I fuck with you hardcore, so this to me is a little like crazy that I'm actually talking to you real quick because I know you by your music.
Right.
And I'm just like, this is a great honor to have you here with us and helping us because we're trying to grow our stuff and to have dope people like you, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You guys leave me with no words left in my body.
And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much because this is a great like new thing to add to the channels, to everything. This is great for me. It helps my business out so much. Like you guys don't understand how much these things help us as artists and getting our music out there. So I really appreciate and love you guys.
You already know what it is. Guys, we've been at it for an hour and 35 minutes with my man Steph. Great conversation. Like I said, this man's coming out with an EP December 17th on all platforms. Please cop that. Go to the link.
Check out his merch.
Chat.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Smash that subscribe button. Click that like button. Make sure to follow this man on Instagram as well, so you're caught up to date with his future releases in this EP that's about to drop in under 2 weeks now, man.
Under 2 weeks, right? We're almost there.
And trust me, if you follow this man, his manager will promote the fuck out of it. You ain't gonna miss nothing.
Yes, sir.
That is a fact.
We're always doing something. We're always giving stuff to people who support me. We're always trying to give back because that's all we're here for, to give back and to connect with you guys. So,
well, we're gonna grow together, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got this. Steph, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a dope time with you. You are the shit. Like I said, cop this man's album EP December 17th. Go. He got merch. He's got all that. Steph, thank you so much again.
Thank you guys for having me. I really
appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, homie.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you so much, guys, on the chat. You guys were awesome. We love you guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Okay.